Do you want to know how to make the best homemade guacamole? A quick and easy recipe that is made with ripened avocados, diced tomatoes, and a few other simple ingredients. Hey there, I'm London Brazil from evolvingtable.com, where you'll learn how to make nourishing meals to serve the ones you love. And today I'll be teaching you how to make my absolute favorite, family's favorite, friends' favorite, everyone's favorite homemade guacamole. I've lived in Texas pretty much, my entire life I have lived in Texas. And you better believe I've had my fair share of guacamole. Well, a lot of people like to make it the simple way, with a little bit of lime juice, some salt and pepper. I tend to fancy mine up a bit by adding in some diced tomatoes, chopped cilantro, and a few secret spices that seriously, y'all, it takes this guacamole to the next level, to that level where your friends are begging you for the recipe so that you will tell them those secret ingredients that you added in. So if you're ready to get to guacamole making, then come on in and let's get started. We'll first start off by preparing our avocados. Guacamole is a great way to use up those super ripe avocados that you kind of forgot that they were sitting out on your kitchen counter for just a few days too long. While you don't have to have extra duper super ripe avocados to make guacamole, just look for ones at your grocery store that are kind of soft to the touch when firm but gentle pressure is applied. Cut 4 large Hass avocados in half. Remove the pit. Cut it into quarters. Peel back the skin and place the avocados in a large mixing bowl. Add 1 tablespoon of fresh lime juice, or about half of a lime. Lemon juice may also be substituted. One quick thing to note here, you want to make sure that you're using a large enough bowl. Y'all, I cannot tell you how many times I've tried to shove way too many avocados into too small of a bowl and ended up with like avocado mash all over my kitchen. So when you're selecting your bowl, make sure that you pick one that you have at least an inch or 2 of space between the avocados and the top of the bowl. Begin mashing avocados with a large fork or a potato masher. If your avocados are pretty ripe, a large fork should be fine for mashing them. However, if you chose to use slightly firmer avocados, you might want to opt to start off by using a potato masher instead. Mash the avocados until your desired consistency is reached. I like to keep mine a little bit more on the chunky side, so you get those wonderful bits of pure avocado bliss in every single bite. Next, let's move on to those secret spices that take this guacamole to the next level. There's actually nothing too abnormal here, and these spices are typically found in the Tex-Mex cuisine. If you don't have all of these on hand, but do have a bit of taco seasoning, you can always substitute the spices we're about to use with 1 teaspoon of seasoning mix. Add half a teaspoon of cumin, 1/4 teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and half to 3/4 teaspoon of salt to taste. Stir with a large spoon or spatula until just combined. All right, that's all mixed together. Now we're just gonna start chopping up some of these ingredients that really help to brighten up this dip. If you like your guacamole a little bit more on the simple side, you can always stop at this point. Or you can pick and choose which of these ingredients you would like to use. Finely chop 1/4 cup of sweet onion. A red onion may also be used. Finely dice 1/2 cup of cherry tomatoes. You can also use vine ripened or any other type of tomato you have on hand. Finely chop 1/4 cup of fresh cilantro. Add the onion, tomatoes, and cilantro to the bowl. Stir the guacamole until it is just combined. Guacamole is definitely the best when it's served immediately after making. But if you want to make it ahead and store it in the refrigerator, you can do this and it'll still taste pretty good for up to 24 hours. To store guacamole, simply smooth the top layer with a spatula until it is completely flat. Place a piece of plastic wrap over the top and press it down to cover the entire surface area. Doing this prevents the avocado dip from contacting the air, oxidizing, and turning brown. Store guacamole in the refrigerator until ready to serve for up to 24 hours. It's guacamole time! Oh my goodness, y'all! I'm so excited to taste this dip. And as you can see, I just added a little bit of like diced tomatoes, some more of that cilantro and onions on top, just to make the presentation look beautiful. Okay, time for me to take a little taste test. Nice big chip there. Oh yeah, get a big old scoop. Mmm. 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 Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh my goodness. That is, I'm a little partial here, but that is probably one of my favorite guacamole recipes. I bet you anything, your friends, your family, everyone is going to think that this is hands down the best guacamole that they've ever had. If you liked what you saw here today, make sure you check out these other appetizer and dip recipes. Thanks so much for hanging out. I'll see you again soon.